Hey Tech Math, here are the guided notes for 10.4 talking about range. So the range is the distance from the highest data point to the lowest data point, And some examples of this can range from anything. They could be personal examples, they could be non-personal examples. So for example, let's talk about heights again. That's one that I really like to go back to. If you have a group of friends, the range in your height would be the tallest friend's height minus the shortest friend's height. I'm going to say tallest versus shortest friend, because the range is going to be the difference in their heights. This could also be a range in test scores, so how well the person who did the best on the exam versus the person who did the worst on the exam, and the distance in their scores. So for the following examples, we're going to find the range of each set of data. And I'm also going to find the max and the min while I'm at it, because that can be useful information. So the minimum score here, when I look across, I see is about 5. I then look and see that the max, no, this is not a typo. I don't really know what range or what data set this would work for, but the max would be 3616. The range then is always going to be found by doing the max minus the min, or in this case, 3616 minus 5. So our final overall range would be 3611, or 3611. Let's see that again. If we look for the minimum in this set of data, I've got an 11 here and I don't see anything smaller. When I look for the max, I'm going to find the biggest number. I see a 43, I see an 83, I end up seeing a 91 here. So my range, when I do max minus min, is 91 minus 11, and we get 80. That is our final answer. You can see range is pretty easy, but you do have to be a little bit careful, because if we have negative numbers, our range can be tricky. So when I do min for this set of data, I see that my minimum most number is a -5. That is the smallest possible number in this data set. My maximum then, when I look through here, is probably going to be this 82. I don't see anything higher. Now when I go to find my range between those two values, I'm going to say 82 minus, but then I have to say a -5. And when we have a negative and a negative, we know from past units that that becomes a positive, and our range ends up being 87. Because this is a negative, we have to add that to our maximum in order to find the total distance. So negatives can be a little tricky. Just keep an eye on that. If you have any questions on range or anything else, let me know.